excited to show you around the 2023 Honda Pilot. Well, for 2023, Honda has completely redesigned it, and I'm not just excited because of the redesigned features, or the fact that it's bigger and has more interior space, or the fact that there are more standard features and more capabilities, things that we could not believe this car could do, which I will show you. What really excites me is this is a car that's designed and built by people who know and get you.
Good job. You got it.
That wheel was spinning.
You got it.
Give it. Yep.
Come on.
There you go.
We got this.
There you
We got
go.
this.
Woohoo! All right, so we're gonna go through some tight trees and we'll be able to see the left and right side of the car. So there are the trees. And now we can see them. He's gonna go.
It's another opportunity to switch to the front-facing camera and see what you're looking at before you tackle it. Definitely take this one slow.
Oh my gosh, look at that. This shows. Oh my gosh. Woo! Big. That's a big step down.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
And then another big step up.
Come on, Lovely. You got this.
Oh, you got it. That's insane. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Stay on the accelerator. What's it?
Oh jeez.
Oh, sweet. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, move that way.
I know. I was afraid I'm gonna hit them. Oh my gosh. But as you go over these bumps, you can kind of feel your weight shift in the seat, and it's very comfortable.
You got it.
Woo!
Isn't that exhilarating?
It is. That was pretty cool, because I could not see,
Yeah, that was blind. Except for the camera.
except for this. But a lot of the good stuff is right here in the front seat. So Honda actually brought back some classic details, and they upgraded with some of the things that they have added to other models. The Honda CR-V and the HR-V, for instance, have this new multimedia system. It's really good. It works pretty fast, and you can customize it however you like. In redesigning the Honda Pilot, Honda really thought about what you need and what you don't need. So in the Trail Sport Edition, we don't have navigation. We do have Apple CarPlay, and it's wireless. So I can go on to Google Maps or Apple Maps, it's my choice, but navigation really depends on my in-phone navigation because it's not something that's included on this system. However, I do have Cabin Talk, which is that great feature so I can hear people in the back and they can hear me. I have Honda Link, so this will allow me to connect to Honda if I need to connect to my app. And then I have my phone, I have all my apps there. So I have a lot of great features, but not the things that people really didn't want to pay for, which is pretty cool. Your audio control is here. There's a back button and there's a home button. So whenever you need to get to something quickly, just tap that home button and it's all right there for you. There are air vents here. There are climate control settings here. There are USB ports. You have a USB-C and a standard USB here, and this is the one that you'll need for any functions from your phone to play here, with the exception of Apple CarPlay, which is now wireless, and I love that. There's also a wireless phone charger pad here, and this little cubby is big enough for 2 phones, so you can put 2 phones side by side, but only the one on the left side will charge. I want you to notice this thing over here though. This is so cool. This is a stuff shelf. So you can put things like your garage remote, you can put another phone, you could put anything that's small enough to fit in here, and there's a little lip here so it's not going to go flying out when you hit the brakes. That's a really lovely detail, and we're really glad that Honda brought that back. That is a heritage detail that used to be on the Pilot that they brought back for 2023. Here there is a steering wheel with the Honda badge. Ours is heated. There's a little button right there for heating the steering wheel. Over here we have radio controls, and we have the home button that allows us to customize our driver information screen. And over here we have our driver assist and safety features, including adaptive cruise, the follow distance adjust, lane departure, and then there's our speed setting. We do have paddle shifters in this model, and then we also have our drive mode selector, and you can see it over here. I can set it for snow, trail, sand, tow, or I can go back up and put it in econ or normal or sport. Another thing that I'm going to show you is this very large center console here. It's big enough you could put a tablet or something under here. You can put all kinds of stuff in there that you'll probably never see again. One of the coolest features though is this, and that is the Honda Pilot's camera system. So all you do is touch this little button on the end of the stalk and you get a full view, and that is a forward-looking view from in front of the car. Or I can change it to side views. And this one, I want you to notice, so there's the full surround view and there's the side view. The camera's right here, so you can see my hand. There's a camera underneath each of the side view mirrors. And that allows you to see everything around your car as you're driving and in front of your car, which is a great thing. And honestly, that's probably going to become federal regulation that you have to have a forward-facing camera. But this was great for driving off-road, and I love that it's right here in the stock. So you press it and you get the front view, you press it again, you get the side view, and then when you don't want that anymore, you press it again and you get your home screen. The center row of the Trail Sport Edition gives you captain's chairs. There is not a seat here in the middle, but there is this nice little panel here, which is a great place to put a backpack or a cooler or something like that. Passengers get armrests, and then there are lower anchors here, and there are tethers on the back of these 2 seats. In the third row, there are only lower anchors on the passenger side, but you do have tethers across all 3 seats. So some really nice features back here. First of all, we have climate control here. We have 2 USB ports, and we have a household outlet. I love that. And I want you to notice this floor is completely flat. So that's something that's kind of unusual in an SUV, and something that I really appreciate in a car like this, because you can put an extra cooler there, your dog can lay there. Dogs like to lay on the floor, and that makes a very comfortable spot for a dog. You can put your backpack and your cooler here. So it really is a good space for families and for people who are carrying a lot of stuff. So you'll also see back here that the panoramic sunroof extends to right over the center row, which is nice, so everybody gets a lot of light. And then there are pockets here, including this one, which is a great place to tuck in a cell phone and plug it in right there. There are bottle pockets on these doors that have space for 4 different at least 3, if not 4 different cups or bottles. You could put a bottle in this space here, and there's a small space underneath the window control. There are no cup holders per se in the second row, so passengers will have to rely on the door panels to hold their bottles, and cups should probably stay in the front seat where there are 2 cup holders. The great thing about the Honda Pilot is in the top trims, you get seating for 3 in the middle here, 3 in the third row. But if you would like captain's chairs, you get captain's chairs. Here's how. You can pull this little loop here, and you can have cup holders, or you can take the seat out by pulling this loop down here, and this seat actually tumbles forward. And then pull it out like this. It is a little bit of a wrangle, but it does tumble out, and it's heavy. So you're not going to want to do this all the time, but when you need it, it's great. And here's where you stow it, is right in here, in the cargo area, underneath my snowy floor. Right there. You can have it with you all the time. You can leave it in the garage and let it collect cobwebs, or you could make your oldest child sit right in that middle seat for punishment. There we go. And to put the seat up, here's your seat. The redesign of the Honda Pilot for 2023 starts with a new grille. So you might notice this sort of honeycomb. It's wide and it has a lot of texture to it. It's very different than the front face of the Honda Pilot in the past. It looks a lot more like other Hondas that we've seen redesigned in the last couple of years, including the HR-V and the CR-V. So now the Honda Pilot is very clearly a part of the SUV family of Honda. They're all newly redesigned and they look good. But I want to show you this. This is the Trail Sport Edition. So it's this really beautiful sort of graphite gray color. It looks amazing. It has these dark details here, like this cladding over the wheel wells. It has dark details here. And you might notice there is a little mud splash, and that's because we have been off-roading in this. And that's one of the big things about the Honda Pilot for 2023 is the Trail Sport Edition is designed for off-roading. The rear end of the Honda Pilot has also been completely redesigned. Now I will say it breaks my heart just a little bit that those very elegant, almost floral-like taillights have been replaced by these taillights that frame the back of the car. They are a little more graphic inspired and they are still an elegant detail. The big news is here, the Pilot name, which is hard to see because of all our mud, is spelled out across the liftgate. There is the Honda logo there, and then there is, down here is the Trail Sport badge. Inside though, there is a lot of really great space. Down here, underneath here, there's a nice cargo area so you're able to put groceries and supplies and things down there. It's a really nice space. And then, as we always have in the Honda Pilot, we have these third row seats that you just pull the strap and the seats fold down. And I'm going to show you how big this is, because this is a lot of space. So you want to tailgate? I can get all the way in here like this and have plenty of room for people, you could put a dog crate back here, a lot of space back here. And that's one of the things that we love is if you have the third row down, you have space for a lot of cargo. There's some really cool features back here. I want to show you this. There are cup holders, 2 cup holders back here, and a USB port on either side of this cargo area, or the third row. So your third row passengers have a lot of headroom. I've got plenty of headroom, and I'm not sitting on a seat, I'm sitting on the floor. And then they've got cup holders and they have USB ports. So it's pretty nice. They also don't quite have the sunroof. The sunroof is right here. But they do have these windows back here, these panel windows in the back. So they do have light next to their seats, which is a pretty nice detail. To pull the seats up, you just pull the strap. And so here is the cargo space behind these seats. So I can actually recline the seats a little bit more or not as much. I'm going to make it a little more comfortable for me to sit here. So if I'm tailgating or I just need to put stuff back here, this is how much space I have. So it's not tiny, but it's not huge. If you really need the space, you put the third row down. In the third row, we'll see there's a power outlet here. There's a nice big bin here where you can put a gallon of milk or something large. What you don't have are buttons to put down these seats. These straps are how you put the seats down or up. They do Velcro there, so they're always accessible. One thing I want you to notice is there are 3 tethers here, and there are 2 tethers on the center outboard seats. Everything that we loved in the Honda Pilot in the past, there's even more to love in 2023. The Trail Sport Edition gives you standard skid plates, all-terrain tires, a panoramic sunroof, that great camera system, and it can go pretty much anywhere. The trail mode and sand mode and mud mode, it is fantastic. We tried it out and it was quite impressive. But overall, there's more passenger space. It's longer, it's larger, it's more comfortable, more features, more safety. The Honda Pilot, which has a starting price of about $37,000. The Trail Sport Edition is $50,000, and it's all in at less than $53,000, is everything that you love in the Honda Pilot, plus a little more. On these types of exercises, the front end is angled up so you can't see. But just in traffic, or just pulling into your garage or pulling into your driveway, to have your camera come on at low speed so you see that, you know, the garbage can fell over or what, you know, whatever.
So this is actually the driver change point. So if you guys can swap drivers, and then once we go down, where we swapped previously, we'll swap it once again. So that way everyone gets a chance on all the obstacles.
You want to stay where you are?
Sure do.